We live. We on. My people, what it do? What it do? Where my drink at? Babe, didn't you give me a drink? No. This is next to me. Forgot about me. Mhm. Steady Ranch and what's cracking? I see. My people always show up, man. I appreciate you. At least somebody here. What you got up, man? Uh, Healing up, shoulder getting a little bit better. You know what I mean? Still sore, but getting better. Corey, what's up, brother? What's up? Talk to me what y'all got up, man. It's the weekend. We just had the fourth, but now, you know what I'm saying? It's the fifth. So what we doing? It's Friday night. I know y'all got something cracking somewhere. Glad to see you doing better. Oh, yeah, me can't stop, won't stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Small things to a giant. It's just a process, you know what I mean? Gotta, get it fixed so I can get it back to working, you know what I mean? Can't stop, won't stop, man. You know how we go. Back to work, yeah. Not looking forward to it, but looking forward to it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of sitting around. I had enough. I'm good. I'm bored. Nah, I be, you know what I'm saying, I be getting stuck, running down rabbit holes and, you know what I'm saying, chasing these, you know what I'm saying, conspiracy theories here and there. And, oh, man, it gets bad sometimes. I don't know how to stop. How's San Diego? One day I might visit. Man, it's lovely out here. It's hot as fuck today. It was like, you know what I'm saying, I think it was like 94 today. It was hot. But man, you know what I'm saying? You can't beat it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I live in the ghetto. I'm in East Dago basically, you know what I mean, but I can go from here and jump in a car in 20 minutes and I can have my feet in the water at the beach. I can go from my house an hour drive up into the mountains on a good day, you know what I'm saying, and be up in the snow. You can't beat San Diego. You gotta love this. You know what I mean? It's lovely out here. Man, but they killing us, you know what I mean? They making us they charging us an arm and a leg, you know what I'm saying, just for the weather. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if it's some plan or something to get us all up out of here or what, you know what I mean? But they making things to where people can't afford it. I'm born and raised in San Diego. Been here all my life. Love San Diego. I'm a hood boy. I'm from the trenches. I'm from Southeast. I'm from the planet. But you know what I'm saying? They making it to where, you know what I'm saying, I don't even want to be here, man. Everything costs too much now. You know what I'm saying? I barely afford I can't it's hard on the yard right now. Fawn season on the ranch. So I've been keeping up with all the baby deers. Been running like a chicken with my head cut off. Man, sounds like they're keeping you busy, man. That's what's up though. You know what I mean? That's that living. You're not you're not just existing, you're living. You know what I mean? You are helping life keep going and you know what I mean, hey, lots of room in Texas. uh Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Our family got some property out there. I might have to, if they keep doing things the way they're doing things out here, I'm gonna have to leave too. I wasn't really looking forward to it. Like I say, I'm from San Diego. I love it out here. And I'm, you know what I'm saying, born and bred. This is home. This is, what I mean, this is where my family, what I mean, this is all I've ever known. I've been other places. I've been up and down California. I got family. I mean, my mother and father, my mom and dad met in LA, San Fernando Valley, but when they got married, they moved down to San Diego. And then my sister was born, then I was born, and then they was in San Diego all my life. It wasn't until uh, family got old and started passing on and having health problems. And sis was the first one. She left. You know what I mean? And she was smart. You know what I mean? She got out. She ended up, getting a good little chunk of land, kind of cheap, but it needed work. And she been out there working and getting it right. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of her. Big sis, you know what I mean? You doing your thing. And she always, I've been up there a couple times. I was up there for a week before my mom passed. I was able to spend a week with my mom before she passed. But she's up in Washington and it's cool, but it's 20 miles on a dirt road just to get to her property. And I'm a city boy. My lowrider wouldn't make it. uh, Lots of room in Texas. Would you do another rare breed interview? Would I do another rare breed? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's the thing. Nah, cause you know what I'm saying, they got their own thing going on. You know what I mean? Dude is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know the whole get down and he's doing a movie and they got at me about doing a movie and you know what I'm saying, it all went bad, you know what I'm saying, because I was still willing to do it, you know what I mean, but they gave me a paper that they wanted me to sign right then and there. And it's like, hold on, I need somebody to go look at this. I don't know you. I'm not, you know what I mean? And I'm asking, I'm like, hold on, man, I'm not getting nothing for this. Am I giving my story away? I don't understand. So, after that, the shit kind of broke down because somebody else who was involved came back, you know what I'm saying, kind of talking shit. And it's like, man, look, I don't owe you nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm cool on the project and whatever they got going on. You know what I mean? Because it was I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know what's what. I don't know what is a basic contract. So you can't just give me a piece of paper and ask me to sign it and then expect me, you know what I'm saying, to just sign it without having somebody that I trust, that I know, that you know what I'm saying, have faith in, look it over and tell me that it's cool and this is just a basic contract. Because I don't know what a basic contract is. So I thought they was trying to work me. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, would you do another? Yeah, I don't think so. Make sure you don't screw it over. That's the thing, you know what I mean? Because I don't think the dude that did the rare breed, because it's his idea and somebody else is trying to make money off of it. And I think it's their thing, you know what I mean? So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, knock nobody. So, you know what I'm saying, I hope they succeed. I hope they do well. It just, you know what I'm saying, it just wasn't for me because it didn't feel right to me. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my story out. I'm trying to what I really need, what I really want is to get, you know what I'm saying, a real author to write, you know what I'm saying, to look over what I've written already and then take that and make it into something better, something that's, you know what I mean, more digestible for the common folk. If you understand what I'm saying. Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, when I'm talking on here, a lot of people don't know some of the slang that I'm saying or some of the references that I make is like, what is dropping kites and what does this mean and what does that mean? And when someone tells me stuff like that, I'm able to, oh yeah, well, dropping kites is when people drop a anonymous letter in the mailbox with no stamp on it. So the police have to open it up and inspect it, and it's giving you, Oh, this guy is going to stab this guy, or this guy has drugs, and this guy's doing this, and this guy's going to do that. That's dropping kites. That's what they call dropping kites, because you just put a letter in the mailbox. You just think you're just putting a letter in the mailbox, but maybe that's how they're giving the kites to the police. I don't know, you know, but it's just one of the ways, you know. So it's hard, the damn fool. What's up? I see you. Yeah, I waited later, going early, in the day, wasn't all that, So trying to go later, catch my folks and see what's up. I'm still, I don't know, I'm not, yeah, going through some things, financial, trying to deal with. I don't know how all this works. Like I said, I just had my surgery, so now I'm on disability, and now, I'm waiting for the little crumbs that they trying to give me so that I can pay my bills, and I'm behind, and it's just I don't like owing nobody. I don't like being behind. I don't like being in fucked up situations like that. But if anybody knows, they say, this is the way it goes. You got to deal with this and that, and you got to wait for this, you got to wait for that. That's the American way, right? Hurry up and wait. At least that's what I understand. That's the way I understand it. But yeah, we was talking about, San Diego and California. Man, they're trying to get everybody up out of here, because they're making it so to where we can't afford to live out here. And that's messed up because like I said, I'm born and raised out here. So this is all I know. Like I said, one time I went to Washington. I was able to spend the 5 days with my mom, and I went up to Washington State, and it was 7 degrees when I got off the plane. Now, I'm from San Diego. I ain't never experienced 7 degrees. Even when we go up to the snow, like every year when I was a kid, I didn't have, my life wasn't all that bad. My family, we would drive up to the snow. We would drive up until you needed snow chains. Certain places they wouldn't let you go past unless you have snow chains. We'll pull over on the side of the road, and then, play in the snow, throw some snowballs, get cold, play around, probably make a snowman or whatever, pile a bunch of snow on top of the wagon, and then drive home. And then, I'm a kid, I'm in the back of the wagon. So we're just watching snow melt and fall off the back of the wagon, and, into the street, and, as we're driving home on the freeway. That was, snow. But when I got off the plane and it was 7 degrees, and I'm freezing my balls off. I'm talking about I ain't never been this cold before. And I just came from Santa Barbara, Santa Barbara Airport. I flew to Spokane, Washington. And man, you talking about cold, that was cold. And then my sister was like, boy, it's not cold. Usually it's in the minuses. In the minuses. She's like, yeah, this is warm. And I'm talking about it's 7 degrees, and she's talking about this is warm. Yeah, she done bumped her head, or I don't want to. This is a nice place to visit. I don't want to live here. It's 4 degrees. No, it was 4 degrees in the morning when we got up. Because I smoked, and wasn't no smoking in my sister's house. So I go outside and I sit on the porch. And the porch is set up on a valley. It's a split valley going off, a Y valley, one going off one way, one going off the other way. And all of it is covered in trees, big, tall trees, but only the tippy top of the trees dusting of snow, and a light dusting of snow on the ground. But it's 4 degrees. I'm out there trying to smoke a cigarette, and then you know how you exhale, and then your breath is like smoke. Well, I don't know whether I'm smoking or I'm just, just hot breath. Because, man, look, I didn't want to smoke that bad, because after 2 hits, it was time to go back inside. 4 degrees, I couldn't do it. It was a nice place to visit, but I'll see you. Man. Yeah, it was cool up there, though. Don't get me wrong. Because at the time, sis was living in a trailer. She had a double wide that was on the property set up on this hill. But since then, she's built the house. She's been building it for a while. So that now I think it was last year, they moved into the house and they finally got the house built. So sis is doing good. She got, you know what I'm saying, some acreage up there, you know what I mean? She's out in the middle of nowhere. But you know what I'm saying, whatever works. That's what works. Hey, love you, sis. You know what I mean? Stay safe. But she always, you know what I'm saying, when I was up there, boy, I give you an acre, you can build your house right here. Like, yeah, I don't know. I couldn't live out there. I couldn't live out there in the boonies like that. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm a city boy. Man. So what's up? What's up with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Anybody got something going on for the weekend? What's cracking? I know somebody doing something. Where you at? You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't ate all that leftover barbecue from the 4th of July. You still trying to finish that up. And then motherfuckers talking about they gonna have a barbecue. uh GP cracking snow. Oh man, it's getting better. It's getting better. You know what I mean? I still got a couple weeks laying up. I don't have my sling on. I got it out today, just you know what I'm saying, letting it dangle. I finally caught you live. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Man, hey, so what's up with y'all got going on for the weekend, man? You know what I'm saying? What's up? It's Friday night. We got Saturday. Something. I know something's cracking. Shit, like I said, I'm broke as a motherfucker. I'm going out to the beach tomorrow. Somehow, some way in the afternoon, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my feet in the water or something. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no money in San Diego, there's still so much stuff you can do. And I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm a small time hustler trying to make it. So, I mean, I know how to, you know what I'm saying, get around San Diego on a budget. I work weekends. Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, hey, get that money though. You know what I mean? You got to get it while the getting's good. You know what I mean? Get what you can get. Get that, come back with that. We can split that. Nah, man, I've been chilling, man, laying up, you know what I'm saying, enjoying the little holidays, you know what I'm saying, uh, uh but nah, you know what I'm saying, the shoulder is off and on, the little pain here, a little pain there, you know what I'm saying, but I stopped taking all pain meds, you know what I'm saying, like a week ago. I'm good on that. I ice it, you know what I mean, when the pain gets to bothering me, that's when I put my ice pack on. Like I said before, I don't like taking meds. I don't like taking shit. You start getting, you know what I'm saying, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Can't afford it. So what's up with y'all? Come on, man. Where the thumbs at? Come on, put some thumbs up there. I see a 4 and a 1. I'm trying to get to a 4 and a 7. What's up? Some hearts or something? Somebody? Anybody? What the? Y'all still there? Man, no, it's like I say, it's been hot out here. It's been hot. And man, you know what I'm saying? All I keep thinking about is, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to go fishing. Man, I want to go fishing. Man, the fishing don't cost nothing. You know what I mean? I could pull some bait out the freezer. Look, my wife, I got to sneak and get some of her shrimp, take some of them out there. I'm going to catch me some fish. All I need is, you know what I'm saying, 2 shrimp, and I'm going to use, you know what I'm saying, whatever I catch for bait. But, you know what I mean? Fishing, you know what I'm saying, it's simple. It's easy. It's out the way, you know what I mean? But still can't do it. I'm right-handed, you know what I mean? So like I said, I still can't reel in a roll of toilet paper. But boy, wait until I can. Looking forward to getting on some water, you know what I mean? Man, I'm trying to find a way to work me a trip, man, to go camping. I want to go up to Yosemite. Me and the wife did it I think like 3 years ago for my wife's birthday. We went up there and we rented an RV. I mean, I think I had that was right after I had hit a jackpot at the casino. Yeah, I rented an RV, me and the wife, you know what I'm saying, went out, drove up to Yosemite, stayed up there for a week and then left and then went down to the Santa Barbara coast to El Capitan Beach. and then parked there for 2 more days to hang out because we didn't want to end our vacation and go home. So we did 2 more days there and then turned in the RV and, went back home. But it was a good trip. We had a blast. Me and the wife got a hike from one end to the other of the Yosemite Valley. If anybody's been there before, you already know that's a long, that's a long little hike. So, we took it was a cool trip. We started from one end, parked down there and walked. And I was hunting. I had my fishing pole, my collapsible pole in my backpack, had me a couple real worms. But the water was so clear you could see the fish. And it wasn't a lot. It wasn't like it was that time of year. And but I seen a few, and I didn't want to I didn't want to do no poaching, so I decided against it. But we had a blast. We walked from one end to the other, stopping, seeing, and experiencing and walking. And it was one spot. It was crazy because we were right in front of El Capitan, the mountain. You know what I mean? Right next to Nutbone TV. What's cracking, Key? I see you, cuz. I see you. Yeah. So we was in Yellowstone, and there was this dude sitting in front of this mountain. It's just a rock granite mountain, hella high, and he's got a telescope, and he's looking in the telescope. So we walking by, like, hey man, what you doing? What you looking at? So, oh yeah, my brother's been up there. He's climbing up El Cap, but he stopped and camped on the side of a fucking rock mountain. Now I've seen this on TV where they hang some shit and you sleep. Man, I'm not sleeping on the side. I'm cool. I can't do it. But we was just hiking along, and this dude, he was up there camping with his folks, his brother, and his brother was climbing the mountain. He wasn't climbing; he was just down at the bottom watching, And it's like, man, hey, if whatever floats your boat, if you want to climb a mountain, if you want to, swim the ocean, do what you like. Bullseye Bright, tell us a war story in the streets from back when you were young. Oh man, back in the day, okay. See, back in the day was easy because we used to stay in some shit. So the homies was called the Mad Drivers. So we was, stealing cars, and we was all over the place. And we was, tearing up the streets in these cars, and we don't care because it's a hot model. So, it breaks, jump in something else. And, we didn't care. So, we was out there running them up. So we was running around, and then you know how it is, teenagers, we see some females in the car. So now we chase them. We chasing them in the stolen cars, and we all through the city. I'm talking about, it's 4 bad females in this car, and it's me and 3 of the homies, and we in a hot model, we in a hot caddy. So we smashing around, trying to find something to get into. And we see these females like, what's up? And then they try and get away from us. So now back in the day, they was in a big old LTD. Anybody knows, it was like, like a 70 something, 79 LTD. But clean. So, they trying to get away, and we chasing them in the caddy, and we all over the place. So we ended up blocking them. They go into the hood. It was a dead end. If you know Gompers Park, they pulled into where Gompers Park is, and I blocked the street. We jumped out the car like, what's up? You know what I mean? So we ended up hollering at them. And, hey, growing up, it was hard because the females, they wasn't giving your boy no action. I was the only white boy, so females wasn't giving me no action. I wasn't that guy. So I was trying to get the phone number. I'm trying to holler, but wasn't nothing. One of the homies got one of them number. Uh, Glad you here, bro. Glad you made it, Jay Brown. I remember doing that shit. Yeah, you can't get caught. Okay, so now we running around, you know what I'm saying, acting a fool in these hot models. So they parked all over the hood. So anytime we need one, if there's a situation, we just jump in the nearest one and go. But some of them, homies and did dirty, and you know what I mean. And now it's like, get this motherfucker out of here, so the motherfucker don't get caught up and run their mouth. So we out there, you know what I mean, we ripping and running these hot models, and the homie, you know what I'm saying, it's the older homies. So I'm young, right? Now, this is when I was a kid. So, you know what I mean? I got older homies, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Hook me up. You know what I'm saying? Take me on a lick. Let me roll with you. Let me roll with you. So I'm always, you know what I'm saying? When I see them, like, come on, these are the ones that be having their little money, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to come up too. Come on, man. Let me roll with you. Let me roll with you. So the motherfucker's like, go get us a truck. Go get us a truck. We need a truck. You get us a truck, we'll take you on a lick. All right, all right. So bam, you know what I'm saying? I went and found like one of the, I don't know what year it was, but it's like a Toyota truck. But it was the 4x4 with a little roll cage in the back, you know what I'm saying? The big tires on it. So I pull up, you know what I'm saying? The homie's like, hey, I got a truck. So they jump in the truck and ain't no back seat. You know what I mean? The homie's like, get in the back. So I'm in the back of the truck, you know what I mean? These motherfuckers driving, I'm in the window. So you know what I'm saying? Hey man, so where we going? What we doing? What we going? What we doing? Man, just shut up, man. Calm down, man. Sit back, kick back. So the homies is fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to find out what's going on. I'm bugging them. So you know what I'm saying? These fools, they pull right up into the mall. I'm talking about with the truck. I'm in the back of the truck, like, where we going? What we doing, man? Just shut up. So I'm just sitting there, and they pull right into the mall where the people walk at. So I'm like, man, what the fuck these motherfuckers doing? What the fuck they doing, right? Then the motherfucker stop, and the motherfucker puts it in reverse, and then he says, duck. And I turn around, and the motherfucker backs the truck into the motherfucking foot locker right through the glass. Now the whole front end is all glass. So he hits it with the back of the truck, all that glass comes down. Now I got a jerry curl, so I got little cuts all over my neck. I'm bleeding, so I seen blood. It's not a lot. It's just little scratches from the, I'm saying, little pieces of glass. You know what I mean? It's nothing major. I barely got a mark on me. But I'm bleeding, I'm bleeding. And before I can say I'm bleeding, here come a whole rack. You know those round racks? With, you know what I'm saying, stuff hanging on. The whole rack comes flying in the back of the truck. Then here come another one. And then another one. So these fools throwing sweatsuits, whole racks of sweatsuits in the back of the truck. Then they get back in the truck and drive off. They telling me to hold it down. So I'm in the back of the truck trying to hold this shit down. And these motherfuckers is 4x4 and this motherfucker back out of the mall. That shit was crazy. Man. Okay, what's next? No, what was bad, man? You know what I'm saying? The homies only gave me like three outfits. And then they weren't even my size. That's what you get. Nah, man, I got played a few times, you know what I'm saying? Once or twice. But that's how you learn, you know what I mean? If you don't learn from your mistakes, you're forced to repeat them. So growing up, I went through a gang of shit, you know what I mean? And I had to learn the hard way because the homies wasn't making it easy on me. Damn fool, But nah, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, you know what I'm saying, was rough. You know what I mean? Southeast San Diego. Don't get me wrong, I ain't complaining. I had fun. It was so many things. It was so many things that we did that were memories that that you'll never forget. Summertime. You know what I remember doing in the summertime? I remember running around in the park, in 41 Park, and in the cemeteries. Why? Because they had the sprinklers on and it'd be hot. You know what I mean? So we kids, we running around, we getting wet, playing in the sprinklers, pointing them at each other, spraying each other. You know what I mean? In the cemetery. Well, because there's two cemeteries in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Where else we gonna play at? You know, I grew up, you know what I'm saying, all over the place. We had canyon and it's all gone now because I remember the way things were when I was growing up. If anybody knows my neighborhood, where the Costco is now, that was called Jackrabbit Hill. That was all canyon. And I grew up playing in the canyon. You know what I mean? Right next to that canyon was the community garden. Now I remember stealing people's food and eating in the community garden. But I was a badass kid. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I realize I was wrong now. You know what I mean? I was fucking with them people's food. But you know what I mean? The whole point, I was out there ripping and running. I was a little kid. I didn't know no better. I was a knucklehead. And like I said, you know what I'm saying, I remember walking through, you know what I'm saying, the community garden, grab a ear of corn off the stock, off the corn, and just eating it. Raw corn, just you know what I'm saying, as we're walking through the canyon. But it's other places, where the people got their greens and the tomatoes, and there was a strawberry patch. Man, I remember I sat in the strawberry patch, just straight dirty strawberries, straight off the ground. Man, look, you know what I'm saying? That we got to running around a little while after that. All those strawberries came back up. Yeah, it was all bad. But that's the thing. We was kids. We was just out there running around playing, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know what it was like. You know what I'm saying, for other people. You know what I mean. I always see the little memes of Generation X, and the funniest one is for me it's a whole bunch of bikes spread around the lawn of the front of this house, and it was something like when I was growing up. This is how you knew where everybody was at, and that was it because whoever you know what I'm saying had the house who would allow a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying because I didn't have a big house. I didn't have a lot of so people wasn't coming over to my house. We didn't have video games. We didn't have cable, and you know what I mean. I remember when I got old enough to steal somebody's cable. Oh yeah, I stole the neighbor's cable quick. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need some cable, buddy. But and then it's just like finding. Back in the day, they had a certain type of cable box where you know what I'm saying. I had learned from one person or another where if you take a drill and you drill through a certain spot on that cable box, then you get all the pay-per-view channels for free. It was just little tricks like that, like how to cook up cable. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to climb up on that pole. And at the time I didn't know nothing. Now, you know what I'm saying, I you know what I'm saying, I do fiber optics, and you know what I'm saying, I'm trained to go up and work on the poles. We don't work on electricity. We just work on communications. And that's the thing. I've learned a lot. I've came a long way. You know what I'm saying, I'm certified in a whole bunch of things now. But one of the things is, you know what I mean, up there on those lines, communication lines are always 4 feet below power. I don't fuck with electricity. I'm scared of electricity. I've been shocked a few times. You know what I'm saying? I was in Jamestown and they shocked me with that damn taser. And when it shot me in the neck, made me piss on myself. Back then, we could get away with it. You ain't never lying. Man, back then, everything, you know what I'm saying, they always make shit harder. I don't know, I guess that's the way it is, or that's the way it's supposed to be, or that's the way somebody wants it. So what's up? Come on. What y'all got going on? Weekend, holidays. Who trying to get up out of here? Who going camping, man? I'm trying to do some camping, man. If my shoulder wasn't fucked up, man, that's the thing. I'm saying, broke. But want to go somewhere, want to get up out of the house, want to go spend some time away from everything. No phone, no internet, no TV, no nothing. Give me a fishing pole and some running water. I'm a happy camper. Don't take me much. But nah, I've been out. I've been out longer than I've been out since I was 9. People don't understand that. I've been in and out of some kind of incarceration since I was 9 years old. That was my first offense. For people that don't know, I shot somebody. I shot the person who broke my mom's jaw. So, yeah, I mean, that it went from there, and that was my first offense. My second offense, I broke into a house when I was 11. And yeah, I broke into a house. Hell no, some older kids talked me into climbing in the windows so that they could break in the house and take the shit. I get stuck, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's the best spot to fish in SD you hit? There's a lake out in Alpine called Loveland. That's my favorite. I like fresh water. I prefer fresh water, and Loveland is my best. That's my spot. And best bass I ever caught was 8 pound 9 ounce, and best catfish 17 pounds. But you know what I'm saying, both at Loveland. And Loveland, they let the water go down because it's a reservoir. This is our drinking water. So it's a lot of restrictions. You're only allowed to fish on a little piece of it, and you're not allowed to touch the water, no going in the water, no boats, no float tubes, no live bait, no a lot of restrictions. But it's because of the water. Yeah, Loveland is I'm from San Diego, and I didn't find out about Loveland for a long time. But if you look it up on a map, you can find it. It's not it's right off just south of the 8 freeway off of Tavern Road. But yeah, that's my favorite. That's the best spot I've ever had. And I grew up fishing the San Diego River, so I mean, I'm but they got a lot of good lakes out here. San Diego, we got El Capitan, San Vicente, Cuyamaca, Marina, Wolford, Dixon. It's a lot of lakes, but we got Murray, Otay, Upper and Lower Otay. We got a lot of good lakes out here. If you want to do some fishing, it's some good spots out here. I recommend Lower Otay and Loveland. But it depends on what you're looking for. If you just, you know what I'm saying, trying to catch something, because like when I'm bored and I just want to catch something, it doesn't matter what it is. I go down to the bay, the San Diego Bay, and I go behind the convention center, and it's a spot right off. It's called the Embarcadero, and they got a pier. And I used to fish off the pier, but the pier is overfished because the pier is the only place you can fish without a license. Me and my wife every year we get our license in January, so yeah, I mean we already got our license, but we always go. You know what I'm saying, certain spots, and then see. I found that in Embarcadero, if you go on the rocks, off the side of the pier, some better fishing over there. And then you got times like in the Barcadero, there's the Rady Shell. So you'll get a live concert. It'll be live music playing behind you while I'm fishing. And the first time I went out there, it was on a humbug. Me and the wife was just going fishing. We was just on our way, and we got out there early in the afternoon, like maybe like 10 in the morning. And we didn't know nothing about it. So then here it is in the afternoon, and it's getting packed. And it's like, what the hell's going on? And then, you know what I'm saying, you see, oh, it's an event over here at this Rady Shell thing. So then they started playing classical music, and then boats, like, you know what I'm saying, boats would pull up and anchor right off the rocks so that they can also enjoy the concert for free on their boat, sailboat, whatever boat you got. You anchored right there, you know what I mean? And you get you a cool little, you know what I'm saying? Because me and the wife out there now, I'm like, I don't know nothing about classical music. But then all the classical music they're playing, I know. I'm like, wait a minute, that's from Bugs Bunny. Wait a minute, that's from Star Wars. Wait a minute, that's from this, or no, that's from that. And all these classical songs that I've heard through TV, movies, commercials, and I mean, it's so many ways, and I didn't even realize that all of that was classical music. Ask a bum, where's the super chat button? I don't know. You can't find it. What'd you do to it? Don't tell me you broke it. Yeah, I don't know where it's at, player. What? I don't know. I ain't even been paying attention. I don't even know where my super chat, all that shit going on. What the hell? Who did it? Did I get in trouble? It is possible. I got priors. Nah, really, I don't know. Trying to check some traps, see live chat, message. Yeah, I don't see nothing. Hmm. Oh well. They don't want me getting no money. I know they didn't say nothing about the. They usually say something about when a commercial's gonna come on. I ain't seen one of those either. Hmm. I wonder what's going on with that. So what y'all got up? It is the weekend. It is Friday night. So what's up, people? Talk to me. Tell me something good. Well, I don't know. Yeah, hey, that's the thing you do. Relax, man. Kick on back. Do you ever get interview requests from other subscribers? That's the thing. I don't. You know what I mean? I haven't been reaching out. I'm not good at reaching out. I don't like to ask nobody for nothing. It's a personal thing, I guess. One of the a long time ago, some when I first went to prison, when I first got to Jamestown, level one, some dude tried to gay play me. He gave me toothpaste and he gave me some soap and gave me some deodorant when I first got there. So I was like, hey, good looking out. So it started out like that. Then he gave me some soups and then some cookies and some chips, and I was like, hey, good looking out. So then I'm saying, I'm in the shower. I'm taking a shower, man. I turn around, the dude, I'm saying, standing there with a heart on, talking about, hey, youngster, can I get paid? And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, can I get paid? You owe me. Man, I fired on that dude. You know what I mean? I don't know what, I'm saying, the rules are or what is going on, but I'm saying, I know this is not how it goes down. And so when he got at me like that, I'm saying, I swung on him. So look, if you ever seen one of those cartoons when someone's feet are running, but they're still standing there, they haven't moved yet, but their feet are moving and moving and moving, and then finally all of a sudden they take off. Yeah, that's the way he was. His feet was moving and moving and moving. And then finally he took off and he was trying to get the fuck up out of there. Because he didn't know. I was asking because you had interesting stories coming from Hoodie Hood interview. I was asking because you had interesting story coming from the Hoodie Hood interview. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm saying. I don't know. I'm saying? I think what's hardest for me is because I'm sitting here and if I feel like I'm talking to myself. So it's a little difficult, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm sitting here talking to myself, because I'm looking at the screen and all I see is me. So it's difficult, and I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. You had an interesting story from the Hood interview. Yeah, well, that was just based on my life story, because that's, what I'm saying, he was asking questions about how I grew up and how, I'm saying, how I got into the hood, how I became, I don't know. I'm a legend. You know what I mean? I don't like the word. I'm not, I'm saying, I don't see it. But I'm saying, people say I'm like a legend because, I remember I was in Donovan in prison, and I was going out on visits, and then one of the young homies from the hood, his girl, she's from the hood, her whole family. So she came up to visit him and seen me, and she was like, "Oh, that's Snowroc. He's a legend. He's a legend." And then they say I'm like Bigfoot because everybody heard of me, but nobody see me because I spent most of my time locked in a cage, stuck in a hole somewhere, or upstate, cross country, round the, what I mean, and that's the thing. For over 20 years, I spent in the California prison system, and none of it was. I don't think none of it was positive time. I used a lot of it to make the best of what I had, but at the time I was just trying to get what I needed, get whatever I could. I was, I'm saying, like I said, I was a hustler. So I was in prison trying to get you to bring me a sack. I was trying trying to get you to send me a package, send me some money, you sent, something. I put an ad in the paper. Lonely man incarcerated, looking for love, name and address, nothing else. And somebody answered. Believe it or not, I got three answers. One was a runner, thoroughbred. She ran for like 3 years. She didn't miss a visit. She did what she was supposed to do. She brought what I needed. And I'm saying, she got taken care of. She got, I'm saying, her bills paid. She got, I'm saying, her shit taken care of. You know what I mean? Do I feel bad about it? Nah. Should I? Yeah, probably. But it's a long story, and I don't want I don't want to bring it back up. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was out for self. And I'm saying, whatever I needed at that time, I was gonna get it one way or another. And that's the way it was. Hey, come on, back in Donovan was so lovely. Everybody was getting it. You know what I mean? Donovan was off the hook. And Donovan is a San Diego prison. So that was our house. That was our home. That was our, you know what I mean? A lot of places we go were looked at as less. Like, okay, I'm a San Diego Crip. So when I go somewhere else and it's all LA Crips, I'm looked at as less because I'm from San Diego. And that's, I'm saying, that's a bad situation because it puts us in a bad way because now I got to show you. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Let me show you. And a lot of people, I'm saying, took it that way, and it was a lot of that going along. I got caught up in it. Not willingly, not willingly. I ended up getting set up to get into it with a Compton blood, and then I got jumped by three Compton Crips. And this is all in prison, and I'm a Crip. You know what I mean? But at the same time, this is a learning lesson. I was a kid, and it was a lot of set tripping going on. It was a bunch of youngsters. It was a bunch of bullshit. It wasn't no structure. It wasn't no realists. It wasn't no real ones. You know what I mean? Because when I got there, one of the big, one of the older homies had told me, if you have any problem with anybody, it'll be one on one. And then I got jumped by three motherfuckers. And then what happened? Did you deal with the problem? The ones that did, no, because you were scared of them. But that's really the way it is. You know what I mean? You know, the older G's, you know what I'm saying, you know, they trying to go home. They want to go back to their family. They done learned their lessons. They, you know what I'm saying? Then you got youngsters that don't give a fuck, that don't care, that don't have nothing, that don't want nothing, that don't care about nothing. Those are the ones that mess it up for the other ones. But it's all on you. It all comes down to what do you want? Because if I want something, I'm going to go get it. People that know me, you already know. If I want something, I'm going to go and get it. I don't like being broke. I go to work. You know, it's a hustle. To me, it's a hustle. I've always been a hustler. I just converted my hustle to all legit. If it ain't legit, I can't fuck with it. You know what I mean? I'm out here living my best life, but I'm all legit. So I don't have to worry about nobody running up behind me. I don't have to worry about nobody, you know what I'm saying, you know, coming up talking about you're under arrest. No, you better back the fuck. But that's the thing, you still got to worry about it. You know what I mean? You know, sad the way the world is, you know, the police aren't here to protect and serve. You know, I don't believe that. You know, a lot of people think that's what they're for. I don't. I think there has to be laws, there has to be rules, there has to be structure, but who's doing it? Who's providing it? Do we trust you? Because the American government, not trusted. So that's that. I don't know what to say about that one. So yeah. So anyway, it's been a long day, people. Hey, well, facts. Hey, I'm just get up out of here. I gotta go do some exercising, man. Me and the wife gonna get some walking in, walk around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You know, stretch my legs out a little bit. Make sure I still got it. Hey, but I'll see y'all again. I'm probably be going live tomorrow, so check your boy out. All right, go.